Welcome back, true believers and all you spectacular Spidey fans, to another very exciting episode of Marvel's Spider-Man 2 101. And yes, I do know that I have been gone for quite a few weeks at this point, but that is sadly because I have been quite busy outside of YouTube, and I'm still getting over a pretty bad cold. But luckily, we do have a very interesting update pertaining to PlayStation, which might give us a bit of good news relating to when we can expect the brand new update to be included for Marvel's Spider-Man 2. And if we're lucky, some of these announcements might end up connecting directly to either of Insomniac's current projects with the Marvel Spider-Man 2 New Game Plus update, or potentially Marvel's Wolverine. So if you're excited to learn about any of this upcoming PlayStation news, then definitely be sure to thwip the like button and subscribe to the channel for any more Marvel Spider-Man 2 and Marvel Games videos down the line. So coming straight from the mouth of PlayStation themselves, they did go on to post the following: get ready for a new state of play. Tune in on YouTube, Twitch, or TikTok this Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific Time and 10 p.m. GMT for 40 minutes covering 15 plus games, including extended looks at Stellar Blade and Rise of the Ronin, plus more from talented game developers from around the world. And as this article was written directly by the head of PlayStation Studios himself, of Herman Holst, he went on to say, "Hi everyone, 2024 has just begun, and it's time for our very first state of play. The broadcast will be over 40 minutes long and feature guest appearances from some of the most talented minds in gaming. Among many other updates, we'll feature extended looks at Stellar Blade and Rise of the Ronin, two great games coming to PS5 this year. And we'll give you a new look at other titles coming to PS5 and PSVR 2 in 2024 and beyond." The show begins Wednesday, January 31st at 2 p.m. PT, 5 p.m. ET, and 10 p.m. GMT on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Here's to a new year of great games. Now, a couple things to point out here is that, as we already know, is that the upcoming New Game Plus update for Marvel Spider-Man 2 is still set to release early this year in 2024. And even though Marvel Spider-Man 2 has technically already released since last year in 2023, the highly anticipated update is still a brand new piece of content which could very likely be announced during this state of play, especially since this showcase is over 40 minutes long. Or at the very latest, which is something that I actually personally brought up on Twitter, is that the New Game Plus update for Marvel Spider-Man 2 could potentially release sometime in February to coincide with the upcoming Sony Marvel Universe film of Madam Web. And as a bonus, we could potentially see the Ezekiel suit that is featured within Madam Web to also be included in Marvel Spider-Man 2 as a free update costume, which is the exact same situation that we've previously seen for the other live-action Spider-Man movie suits within the MCU. Even though I don't think anyone is too excited for the Madam Web movie, it still would be a pretty nice surprise that Insomniac could add in the game for free. But nonetheless, even though we are still waiting for this New Game Plus update to drop for Marvel Spider-Man 2, I do want to reassure all of you with something that Insomniac Games said themselves, where they went on to state a few days ago online is that updates take time, implementation, and testing to ensure they work and don't cause issues. We're doing that work. We've already outlined a bit of what's to come, but we'll have a complete feature list when we're closer to release. Eager to share that ASAP, and trust we will once we have the green light to do so. So everybody, just rest assured in knowing that this update for Marvel Spider-Man 2 will certainly be worth the wait. And make sure to keep your fingers crossed that we could hear something about it during this upcoming state of play. Now, as for the other upcoming Marvel game that is being developed by Insomniac with Marvel's Wolverine, that is actually a much different scenario, where despite Insomniac still being heavily in development with Marvel's Wolverine, we don't necessarily know for sure if they're ready to show it off just yet. Where given that Insomniac is still very much heavily in development with Marvel's Wolverine, and there was sadly pre-alpha footage of the game that was leaked way far in advance that people should not have seen yet, we don't know 100% for sure just yet whether or not Insomniac is officially ready to showcase Wolverine to the general public. In fact, that exact sentiment might be fully reaffirmed by this list of leaked games, which may or may not end up appearing during this state of play. Where this particular list of information does come from a gaming industry insider known as Special Nick, who has been fairly reliable when it does come to PlayStation leaks. And according to Special Nick, is that alongside of Stellar Blade and Rise of the Ronin, is that we might end up seeing the following games appear during this state of play presentation, which, as listed here, might end up being Death Stranding 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Sonic Generations Remaster, Silent Hill 2, a new Metro game, Judas, and the one that I am very much looking forward to is an Until Dawn remaster. And as you can see on this list is that Marvel's Wolverine is nowhere to be found. But in actuality, I do think that this makes a bit of sense, considering that Marvel's Wolverine, similar to Marvel's Spider-Man 2, is too big of a game that PlayStation currently has rights to, that instead, they would save it for a major PlayStation showcase to reveal gameplay for it then, which might end up taking place sometime in the summer, just like what we saw in 2023 with the Marvel Spider-Man 2 gameplay reveal, or they might even save it even further later down the line. But no matter what, everybody, is that it is still very obvious to see that Insomniac clearly has a lot cooking in their kitchen. And while we might have to wait just a bit longer until we receive said updates about any of these games, I have no doubt in my mind that Insomniac is putting their absolute best foot forward to deliver all the experiences that we have been craving for. But we're just gonna have to wait until January 31st to find out exactly what PlayStation has in store for us. And until that time comes, everybody, that's the video I have for all you today, and please let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. What do you think of this upcoming PlayStation State of Play, and besides Marvel's Spider-Man 2 and Marvel's Wolverine, what other games would you like to see appear during this presentation? Let me know what you think, and be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for even more Marvel games content like this in the future. Thank you all so much for watching, stay spectacular Spidey fans, and until next time, peace out.